Hello, Ellie Moose Tracks. It is your lovely Auntie Susan. You called me 4 times today when I was doing yoga, and it was the cutest thing. And then evidently you took some selfies and sent those to me as well, equally adorable. So I thought that I would read you a book, and I'll post it so maybe you can have your mama put it on so you can watch it. I chose a book that I believe I stole from you so that I could read it to you, because you know that's what aunties do. They steal from small children, and you know, what can I say? So I am reading the Blobfish Book, a book all about this blobfish that is adorable. I have the shades open and the door open because it's a very pretty day. And I think that's why the other book was so shiny the last time. I think that was Tiki Tiki Timbo. So I'll try and do better. But I'm gonna be pretty stubborn about pulling the shades down unless I get irritated. So we'll see. We shall see. All right. The Blobfish Book. Well, I had to start that video again real fast because I forgot how to read a book. I have had coffee, I swear, but it seems to not be kicking in. That's okay though. We'll make it through this. Okay, so again, the Blobfish Book. The deepest parts of the ocean are too far for any sunlight to reach. The deep water is too heavy for humans, which makes it difficult to explore. The blobfish lives way down here. Sweet Jesus, scientific terms are always so tricky to say. So we have at 700 feet, or up to 700 feet, the epipelagic zone. Sure. From 700 to 3,000 feet, we have the mesopelagic zone. Did I actually? Yes. Just checking. I was like, maybe I didn't steal this one from you. I may not have. I may have just decided that I did. That's okay, because I like to try and say words that I don't know how to say when coffee isn't kicking in. Okay, from 3,000 to 13,000 feet is the bathypelagic zone, which I think that's where the blobfish is pointing, but the blobfish may be pointing to the abyssopelagic zone, which is from 13,000 to 20,000. And then we have the way down yonder, which is the hadalpelagic zone. Sure. So you can see all the sea life that lives all those places. I feel like, you know, so the epipelagic sounds kind of like, you know, the terms for skin. So that kind of makes sense for top level. The mesopelagic, I have no idea. It sounds like table, but I think that's because it's kind of table in a different language with just the meso part. So Auntie Susan is just crazy. The bathypelagic, I don't know. Sounds like a bathtub. But the abyssopelagic sounds like abyss, and so that's kind of cool for it being way down deep. And the hadalpelagic, to me, somehow just reminds me of, you know, Hades. So that also kind of makes sense because he's the god of the underworld. But that could just be because I've been reading a webcomic about Hades, and so, you know, that's how I roll. All right, Here we go. Scientists study sea life miles beneath the surface of the ocean. Jesus Christ. Oh, sweet Jesus, I even know this word. Submersibles are underwater vehicles used to explore the deep sea. Look how cool that shit is. Oh my goodness. They're in a bubble. Mr. Blobfish, Miss Blobfish. God damn, you really can't see anything. Says, hi there. Do you know if there are going to be any blobfish in this book? Because the blobfish would like there to be blobfish in this book, but meta speaking, there is, because they are there. So, you know, there's that. The viper fish has such big teeth it can't close its mouth. And it is beautiful scales, but, you know, still bored. No blobfish. It's a very sad blobfish. Some fish have very large eyes to help them see in the dark. Oh, and they're pretty color. You can't exactly tell which part is the eyeball, though. Oh, yeah, you can. I just have to look at it from this direction instead of at the book. So, yes, very large eyeballs and very large lips. Other fish can't see at all and rely on other senses, such as touch and smell, to guide them. What about blobfish? Do I have big eyes? They're like larger, proportionally speaking, larger than one would think, but not like ginormous. So blobfish seems to have maybe equal parts of senses. Who knows? Many deep sea animals glow in the dark. This is called bioluminescence. See, Auntie knows some words. I got this going on. We got this. This jellyfish lights up to attract food in dark water. And Le Blobfish says, wow, so pretty. Can I pet you? Now, if the blobfish wants to pet the jellyfish, blobfish is either going to get stung because jellyfish, or maybe somehow like protection from jellyfish stings. One of those. Hopefully not jellyfish food. This jewel squid got its name from the photophores all over its body that make it shimmer and sparkle underwater. They are very pretty. Look at me, the blobfish can be fancy too, in a crown and a boa. The anglerfish has a long fin, like a fishing line, on its face with a light on it on the end to attract other fish. And look at those teeth, like sweet Jesus. It's a vicious little darling. However, you know what this book needs. More blobfish. We want blobfish. I mean, that's a pretty good petition. You gotta have good signs. Make sure the letters are big enough that you can read. Good colors. Good colors for the sign, but definitely distracted by the very pretty sea life in the background. But here we go. The blobfish has a very soft body that helps it float in the deep water. The blobfish was once voted the world's ugliest animal. That is so rude. OMG. Like, just previously we saw blobfish in a crown and a boa. Like, blobfish got it going on. Like, come on. Being fancy and cute. Goodness gracious. It's me. Look, everyone. It says blobfish. Wait, what? Ugliest animal. See, rude. Hurts feelings. Never call someone ugly. It's so mean. Blenny fish come in all different colors. And some people even have them as pets. Oh, they're very pretty. It's very interesting to see it in the book and then see it on the screen. I kind of like it. Snarfle, snarfle. I feel like if you have your mama read you this book, like she's gonna have some pretty good reading skills going on. She's good at dramatic. I say this with love. She is very good at dramatic. The giant spider crab can grow to be 12 feet long, from claw to very strong claw. That is the same size as a small car. Oh my God, if I ever encountered, oh my goodness. But he's being very sweet. Hey, Blobfish, why are you crying? Look at those whaleys. You make whaleys that big. You made whaleys that big the last time that I came to visit. The northern stoplight loosejaw can unhinge the bottom of its mouth to take bigger bites. But the more important part of this is the blobfish is sad because he says everyone thinks I'm ugly. However, northern stoplight loosejaw is very sweet and says, I know how you feel. Everyone thinks I'm scary, but I'm really small and nice. It's just because people don't understand you. This is true. Don't judge. Don't judge. Just off the bat. Give people, animals, trees a chance. Maybe not poison ivy though. Like, don't go touching that shit because that's gonna itch. Just admire from afar. These animals all coexist deep in the ocean where no plants or sunshine are found. We deep sea animals have to stick together. We did something to make you feel better. I did the writing and I drew the pictures. Go on, Blobfish, turn the page. Look at those tears. Like, look at that. So mean. Blobfish has very squishy blubber that helps him float. Nice eyes, cute nose. He is a lumpy nose shape that isn't so big underwater. Blobfish has very nice eyes, and everyone likes him a lot. The end. See, this is so sweet. All right. Cast of characters. Giant spider crabs can live to be 100 years old and are known to be very gentle and nice. They decorate their shells with sea sponges and other deep sea animals. That does sound very sweet. I would be terrified, but that sounds very sweet. Jellyfish have been on Earth for at least 500 million years. The viperfish has giant teeth, but is really very small, about 12 to 24 inches. It has photospores that light up to attract other fish. There are 200 different kinds of anglerfish. Only the female anglerfish have a fin like a fishing line on their heads, which is awesome. The jewel squid has mismatched eyes. One has more sparkles than the other. I wonder why. That's kind of cool. The northern stoplight loosejaw looks scary, but it mostly eats just plankton. Oh, it's like the ginormous whales. Blennyfish live near the ocean floor. They can be in the deep sea or in shallow water. If you touched a blobfish, it would feel a lot like jello. Being so squishy helps the blobfish float near the bottom of the ocean. Deep sea fishing, called trawling, hurts the blobfish and its home. Oh, that's so sad. Because of this, the blobfish is an endangered species. All right, more deep sea amazing facts. No, more amazing deep sea facts. Yeah. All life on Earth started in the ocean. Let's see where, there we go. More people have walked on the moon than on the bottom of the ocean. If you put Mount Everest in the deepest part of the ocean, its tallest point would be more than a mile beneath the surface. Because there is no sunlight, it is impossible for plants to live in the deep sea. While most life on Earth gets energy from the sun, some animals get their energy from thermal vents deep in the water. The ocean pressure is so strong in the deep sea that being down there would feel like you were holding up 50 jumbo jets with your bare hands. There are likely many animals in the deep sea that haven't been discovered yet. The blobfish is very encouraging and says maybe you can help us find some. That means maybe when you're bigger you can. And then this is a wonderful book and it gives resources for later. Yes, so this is a lovely book. I am 90% positive I did not steal this from your library though. And honestly, had I like glanced through it like I should have, because you know that's a smart thing to do, probably would have chosen another one, since I'm awful at saying scientific terms and names, because for some reason your auntie's brain just like squishes letters around, and when they're together sometimes it can't get the right like sound going on. It takes a lot of thinking and practicing to say some things or hearing someone else say it, because Auntie learned how to say a lot of words from reading them. And that's not always the best, because the English language is a tricky little darling. Either way, I love you so much, Ellie Moose Tracks. You are so wonderful, and I know that you were whaley this past visit, but it was awfully cute that you wanted to spend time with me and spend time outside and be in the nature and with the chalk, which, I mean, that's not natural, but it's still fun and colorful. And I hope you are having a wonderful day. I shall talk to you later, I'm sure, especially since you Facebook messaged me multiple times with cute videos. So hopefully / surely that shall happen some more today, tomorrow, and in the future. I love you. Bye.